Welcome to the 7 Days Podcast, where this week had to be one of the most hectic weeks in a long time. In a while. I would say since the beginning of the month, actually. To where there's a lot of wrestling, man. We had Raw Monday, NWA Tuesday, Tuesday Night Impact, Wednesday Night AEW and NXT, Thursday was WWE Crown Jewel, and then Friday was SmackDown Live. That's a lot of wrestling for one person, let alone millions to take care of, okay? Like, honestly, too much, but we stood there, we watched, we enjoyed. So, we had Raw end with Lashley and Lana standing tall over Rusev. You had NWA. You had six-man tag where Team Aldis versus Team Storm, where if Team Storm won, James Storm will get a shot at Nick Aldis for the NWA Heavyweight Championship of the World. But if Aldis wins, then James Storm wanted to defend his national championship against Colt Boom Boom Cabana, right? So Team Aldis won, obviously, able to get the win. So Colt Cabana will face James Storm for the championship. I don't know when, but it will happen. You also had on Impact, you had Callahan taking on Cage in a steel cage match, which was actually a steel cage like how WWE had it. It wasn't like the old Impact wrestling steel cage that they used to have, and for the lockdown pay-per-views. You had Callahan finally win the Impact World Championship, finally, and then you had the show end with Tessa Blanchard coming on, so that rivalry ain't done yet. So that's going to be a blessing. I think at Hard to Kill, we might have this match between Callahan and Blanchard. I think it'll be great. It'll be just wrestling. Like how Callahan said it. It's not women's wrestling. It's not intergender wrestling. No, it's just wrestling. I love it. You have NXT and AEW. Finn Balor talking a lot of shit, which I love. That promo was great. The spotlight on him. It reminded me of Batista when he came out when it was a heel back in 2010, and like he had the spotlight on him. You can't see the crowd one bit. I loved it. And then AEW, another banger, back-to-back weeks. You finally had the AEW World Tag Title match between SCU and Lucha Bros. I thought Lucha Bros were gonna win it, low key, but no, SCU able to get the job done. They're the first ever tag champs. I couldn't be happier. Either way, either team won, I would have been happy. So it wouldn't matter to me. Also, that contract signing between Cody and Jericho was awesome. I loved it, and everything else was just there, pretty much. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it happened. Crown Jewel was a hot topic. Okay, a lot of mixed emotions on the show. Some people say it was actually a good show. To me, I think if they cut a match or two, then I wouldn't. Then I would be like, yeah, the show was nice, but to me, the show it had highlights like Bray Wyatt when he fell through a bunch of crates and they had like pyro go off, make it look like it was fire, but it wasn't really fire. Right? And then Seth Rollins was like, "Oh, my eyes!" He couldn't see, and then literally Bray Wyatt just stood up like none of this happened, like nothing worked, nothing damaged him to where he's down and out. He just got up and then ended him when he had him in the mandible claw to paralyze him for a bit, ended him with the Sister Abigail for the win, and wins the Universal title. Now, there's that. Before I get on to the Universal title situation, there was also you had, I believe, the 5-on-5 match, Team Hogan, Team Flair. I enjoyed the ending. I didn't really watch the whole match because I figured how the match was gonna play out. It was gonna be a slow burn leading into the end, which it actually was. So I have nothing bad about it. I have nothing bad to say about the match, but. There's that. Natalya versus Lacey Evans. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not gonna try to say the wrong things on purpose. If I say it, it's probably by accident, and I don't even realize it. So hopefully you'll correct me on this. But When Natalia versus Lacey Evans was announced, I wasn't looking at this match as historic like everyone else is. I was looking at this like, again? Damn, like we just had this like 2, 3 weeks ago. We just had this shit. Literally on the Raw of the draft, we had them team up. The Raw prior, we had them compete in a last woman standing, and they were feuding for nothing. Now at this point, now in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is just another match to add into their feud that I thought it was over, but it's still continuing somehow. But didn't look like that at all. It was just a match, first time ever, and they cover up wearing T-shirts. They can't have any skin out, which makes sense because Saudi Arabia is a very strict country. I know a lot of people don't like it. At times when I watch these Saudi Arabian WWE pay-per-views, I like to think that it's not like WWE is trying to perform in front of it's not like WWE is performing in front of a prince, and if the prince don't like what he sees, off with their heads. You know what I mean? And that's not how I'm looking at this one bit. I'm looking at this, well, it's just another pay-per-view. It's just another event for a special type of crowd that rarely gets to see this, if not never gets to see this. North America, or especially the U.S., obviously, are the most luckiest fucks to watch WWE, live events wise, be there live for the show. Like, they're the luckiest bastards in the world right now, right? It took me years. It took them years for them to come to Toronto. For everyone's now it's like, and now since 2016, like as far as television goes, they've been to Toronto a lot more often than I expected them to. They had SummerSlam here this year, Takeover as well, Raw, SmackDown. They also had, they had Raw and SmackDown at times in Toronto as well within the past couple of years. So I appreciate that. But yeah, Saudi Arabia at times I like to look past all the bad shit that they do and all the stuff that they do that obviously people in North America don't agree with. I try to look past that and just be like, these men are just fans. Like, there's fans in the crowd that actually wants to watch this, that are grateful that wants to watch this shit. And so for those people that like to not watch the pay-per-view because fucking their beliefs and shit, right? It's like, dude, I'm looking at this, well, they're fans. What's wrong with them being fans and watching the product? Why can't, That's one way I'm looking at it. I understand the other way where, chopped up pieces and put it in a fucking garden. I get that. But it has nothing to do with WWE, so again, never mind. But as far as Natalya and Lacey Evans go, again, I wasn't looking at this as historic like everyone else is, trying to shove that down my fucking throat, alright? I get it. I get first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia, on Saudi Arabian grounds. I get that. But you don't need to shove it down my throat. You don't need to tell me every fucking time. I get it, it's historic. But, again, out of everybody, you chose those two? Damn. Like for real? Like, I'm at the point where if it's not intriguing me or if I don't like it, I'm gonna fucking say what I want to say. And you can shit on me all you want. I don't give a damn. I really don't. Okay? People are like, you shouldn't think about it like that. No, I am thinking about it like that because I've seen this freaking match already, and I said it in a tweet, and I'll say it again. I said it in my predictions video last couple of days ago. If I didn't watch them in North America, what makes you think I'm gonna watch them in Saudi Arabia? I don't care about this match. Yes, the whole idea and the whole thing of women wrestling in Saudi Arabia. Yes, that right there, the template of that is great. Is awesome. But the people you put in that position. Now, I got no hate towards either Natty or Lacey. And I could see through both women that they're proud of this, and I'm proud of them. It's just that as far as the match quality goes, I had no interest. That's what I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. I'm looking at this match quality wise. I'm not looking at this in any other way. Okay? I'm looking at this, well, I've seen this already. I didn't care then. I'm not going to care now. Outside of the fact that this is historic and that these two are, again, trying to break barriers, so to speak, right? So I just want to clear that up. Again, it's not me shitting on it or being sexist or whatever the fuck. No, it's me basically saying it's great that those women get to be in that spot. They could have chose anyone else, right? But they were able to finally get women on the show. And I'm proud of that, and I'm happy about that. And I'm hoping, and I even tweeted this, that I hope this is more, that this happens more often, that there's more women competing on this show. But as far as the quality of the match goes, I had no interest. I wasn't intrigued. I literally barely watched the match at all. I just watched towards the ending and just watched how they embrace in the ring and how everyone else is feeling towards it. That's it. I did not sit there and watch the entire match. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. So, Bray Wyatt winning the title, and that scene of him standing up against Seth Rollins, and that was a highlight. The women were the highlight as far as them being in the match. Historic thing. Them embracing in the ring. Yeah, they broke character, but come on, that was a touching moment. Of course, they're gonna break character. No way Lacey Evans gonna be a heel in this situation. This is because it's not about them. It's about trying to open the gate, so to speak, of women actually wrestling on Saudi Arabian grounds. That's what that was. That's all. Obviously, the end of the highlight. The end of the Team Hogan, Team Flair match was a highlight for me. Brock versus Cain Velasquez opening the show. That was a highlight for me. Even though it was only about 2.5 minutes. Sadly, Kofi Kingston got sacrificed for that, but that's besides the point. Cain Velasquez and Brock Lesnar. That was a highlight. And I think everything else was just or I didn't watch, or I didn't really care to watch. You had Mansoor taking on Cesaro. A lot of people giving you praise. I really think I should go watch it because I honestly just went to the ending. Mansoor got the win with the moonsault, hooked the leg, 1, 2, 3, and he cut a nice promo. I actually called Mansoor because at this point you don't see him on Raw, you don't see him SmackDown, NXT, or 205 Live, not even NXT UK even. No, you don't even see him at all. So I'm gonna call him the Saudi Arabian Undertaker, where he literally shows up for these big ass shows. It's kind of like when Undertaker shows up for WrestleMania. It's pretty much like that. Anytime the WWE has these Saudi Arabian shows, that's when Mansoor shows up. Honestly, right? So, because I don't see him anywhere else. So there you go. So I gotta go watch that match back entirely, but I'm sure it was a great match. A lot of people are giving it praises. And I think that's it. Everything else is just. I did not care about the tag team turmoil. Gallows and Anderson won. I didn't care. I was like, okay. So the tag champs didn't win. New Day didn't win. How are Gallows and Anderson are the greatest tag team in the world? I don't even know. Trash. I really don't. These guys were literally losing on TV not too long ago. They were barely featured on TV. They were only on TV because of AJ Styles. Outside of that, what were they doing? Nothing. So, how are they the best tag team in the world? I don't know. And I think that's it for Saudi Arabia. Yeah. SmackDown, though. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Okay. So SmackDown started off with Brock coming out. Brock came out, Paul Heyman cut in the promo, basically saying he's looking for Rey Mysterio. Brock is hunting for Mysterio. Paul Heyman and Brock went up to Vince to ask requests for Rey Mysterio, and Vince said that can't happen because, and this is a good legitimate answer, and I love this a lot. Vince said, this can't happen. I can't do that. SmackDown has their own roster. thanks to Fox, and Raw has their own roster thanks to USA Network. So they can't mix up anytime soon. So then Paul Heyman basically said, all right, Brock Lesnar, well, he quits. If he can't get Rey Mysterio, then he quits SmackDown and he's going to go over to Raw. So in my mind, I'm like, so the Universal title's going to SmackDown and the WWE title going over to Raw? Because I kind of fuck with that. Yeah, I do fuck with that. Honestly, I do. There's only one negative, though. You know, people are saying they don't want to see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Honestly, now, it's hard. It's very hard for me to say I wouldn't mind another Brock and Roman. Because Roman right now is, like, I think that he's cool with almost everybody at this point. He's not, like, nauseating as he was for all these years. And with Brock Lesnar's Brock Lesnar, right? So, yeah. So, at this point, I wouldn't mind seeing it if they make the storyline great and awesome. That if they're going to make the storyline, like, worth watching, then they will be able to finally get people into this match, right? But then again, people are going to associate Brock and Roman with their past, and it's, like, not going to be the same. And it's just going to look at it like, oh, these niggas going at it again. Oh, my God. Why? Fuck. Like, you know? But here's the negative, though. Brock is on... If he's going to Raw, guess who's on Raw? Burn it down. Yeah, we might see a rematch, motherfuckers. We might see another Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar championship feud. Oh my God. Now, their match at SummerSlam was great. That kind of won me over Seth a little bit. But then Seth Rollins later on was just going and diminish all of it. But yeah, Brock going to Raw is the only negative is that they could possibly do Seth Rollins and Brock again. That's the negative. Outside of that, everything else is fine. So there you go. So yeah, Brock left, and then we had Bayley. Bayley looks so good now. I'm sorry, I just gotta say it. Like her whole new look and her attitude and her facial expressions and the way how she has that smirk on her face. Like Bayley now looks way more awesome than I think since NXT days. I have to say NXT days, honestly. You know, when she came to the main roster, it was not the same. I'm sorry, it was not the same. But yeah, Bayley taking on Nikki Cross in a nice matchup for the championship. Sasha Banks able to assist Bayley in the end, and then Bayley able to get the win. Bayley able to retain, and I'm just chilling. I'm like, okay, well, I have my head down on my phone about to tweet. And then my peripheral vision caught Shayna Baszler attacking Sasha Banks by ramming her to the post, and I look up, I'm like, who the Shayna Banks? And then she got in the ring, and I literally thought of Survivor Series. I'm like, oh my God, it's already starting. And then she came through, she attacked Bayley, and she just stood tall as like a dominant female that she is. She's a bad bitch. She don't want to fuck with Shayna Baszler. She's a bad motherfucker. Simple, right? So that happened. And I'm like, okay. Now, when Brock Lesnar left, I didn't look at this in any way, shape, or form. I didn't look at this at all. I didn't look into this at all. You had Brock Lesnar leave. And then you had Triple H and Shawn Michaels wearing NXT stuff. And I did not pay attention to that at all. I didn't pay attention to that detail one bit. I'm literally just like, oh shit, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Oh, they're on the show. Nice. That's it. That's all I thought. I didn't think this would go any further. So, actually, you know what? I think I should find the results. I have to find the results. This is too good for me to fuck this up. So yeah, Triple H is backstage, and then Kathy Kelly, who is a NXT personnel, by the way, keep that in mind. You always see Kathy Kelly in NXT. Remember that. She interviewed Sami Zayn, asking him about what he thinks about SmackDown so far with NXT showing up and whatnot. He says that he sees a pattern that If the NXT guys, NXT stars want, if they stick their nose in the wrong places, then it's gonna be bad news for them. And then guess who showed up? I popped when I saw Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. I'm like, no fucking way. And I'm just like, oh my god, yes, yes, yes. And then Sami Zayn tried his best to be like, nah, it's okay. I'm gonna go get my. I was the heart and soul of NXT. I'm like, yeah, you were, Sami, you were. You. Sami Zayn is the reason why I watch NXT. He was the reason why, honestly. Like when I first saw him, I'm like, yep, there you go. That's my guy. And then I kept watching ever since. But yeah, he said he has an NXT shirt, but he lied. He did not. He's like, I forgot that my car. I was gonna eat a sandwich. I was gonna eat a salad with oily dressing. I was like, I didn't want to get the shirt dirty, so I'm gonna go get the shirt in the car. He's trying to create separation between him and Lee and Riddle, but they're like, no, bro, come here. No, it's okay. He's about to leave. He's like, no, you don't have to follow me. Y'all need to stop now. I mean, y'all can stay right here. And then he runs, and then they chased after him, and then they able to get up to the stage. I was like, okay, you're not gonna outrun Matt Riddle. I'm sorry. Keith Lee, yeah, maybe, but not Matt Riddle. No, I just don't see it. And then Matt Riddle caught him when he got to the barricade, brought him in the ring, and then Matt Riddle hit him with the ripcord V-Chegga. And then after that, Keith Lee, what? By the way, the way how Keith Lee ran down to the ring with that smirk look on his face that he always has, that was a funny highlight I gotta mention in that segment. But anyways, after the V trigger was hit by Matt Riddle, you had Keith Lee hit the moonsault. I thought he was gonna go for a Vader bomb, but no, he hit him with the moonsault, and it was awesome. I loved it, and that was it. They just stood tall while. Also you had Matt Riddle hit the Bro Derek, and yeah, that was pretty much it. And then they posed and the music played. After that, you had The Miz come out saying he's supposed to interview Bray Wyatt, but Bray Wyatt couldn't make it through the situations with the issue, with the travel issues. And then you have Tommaso fucking Ciampa. No one will survive. That shit hit the system, hit the PA system. He made his way down, big pop, or not really a big pop, but a pop nonetheless. Fans chanted NXT when he got to the ring. They both went at it back and forth on the mics. Ciampa said that he's the greatest sports entertainer in all time, pretty much. And then, Ciampa said that you play wrestler, you play actor, you play the part. I am the part. And then Miz is like, man, I've been around for so long. Y'all couldn't come up with anything original, right? And then Ciampa was like, well, pretty much, Miz said something. Ciampa said that is fighting words. Because, Miz said that, if you want to make a statement, if NXT and Ciampa are here to make a statement, then make the freaking statement. And then Ciampa was like, that is fighting words. And then Miz is like, you, me, here, now. And I was like, no way. And then literally it went straight to commercial break. I'm like, this is happening, isn't it? Oh, shit. So then, match happens, back and forth action. I'm like, Ciampa's not even in his ring gear. This is going to be odd. So it looks a bit weird. But it's still delivered. So you had the boy Ciampa do his work. You had Miz do his work. So we go to the end of the match. You had the Miz hit him with that clothesline that he does, with his legs through the ropes. Hit the clothesline. He goes up top. He's all fired up, about to hit him with that axe handle, and then caught him with a knee, did Ciampa, and then hit him with the fairy tale ending, which didn't look that good. I gotta say that, because Miz didn't go up too high. I don't know whose fault it is, whether it's the Miz's fault or whether it's Ciampa's fault. I don't want to say it's Ciampa's fault because I don't think Ciampa. I mean, the dude fucking works out. Look at the dude. You can't tell me he doesn't have any fucking strength, okay? You just can't. Look at him. You can't tell me he doesn't have any fucking strength. But yeah, either way, hit him with the fairy tale ending, able to get the win. and able to get the job done. Did Ciampa, which was awesome. I loved it. Loved it. And then we see the homie Daniel Bryan walk backstage, and I'm like, oh shit. And then G-Stocks, he's talking to Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and then, you know, Triple H brings up about how all three brands will do battle at Survivor Series, and then Daniel Bryan randomly challenges Triple H and, why don't you and me go and fight in the ring right now? And I'm like, WrestleMania rematch, let's get it, right? I'm just like, let's go, why not? Why not? I'm like, oh, they had like a little face to face stare, they had like a little stare down, and then Triple H was like, well, nah, I mean, I didn't bring my ring gear, so, but I know someone who did, and then Shawn Michaels undressed, and then Shawn Michaels was like, I'm gonna put on my jacket. Oh, it's cold in here. Let me put on my sweater. And Triple H is like, yeah, put on your sweater. It's a bit cold. You know? It's not Shawn. Relax. It's not Shawn. In my head, I'm like, damn. I knew it wasn't going to be Shawn, but Triple H, come on. I would love to see a rematch between Triple H and Daniel Bryan from WrestleMania 30. That shit was awesome. Probably Triple H would have got the win over Daniel Bryan because, you know, Triple H, when he loses one, he's got to get one over. So, so there's that. Right? And then you had Adam fucking Cole, the NXT champ. You just hear Triple H be like, hey, yo, champ. I'm like, he's not talking about. And then he walked up with the title on his shoulder. I'm like, Adam Cole, yes. I'm like, don't tell me it's Bryan versus Cole tonight. I was already hyped for the match. And then, Daniel Bryan was like, you know, if we're going to do this, why don't you put that championship on the line? I was having an out-of-body experience, to quote JR. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, are you kidding me? Bryan versus Cole, that's already a dream match, but then you're going to have the title on the line? Damn. So Triple H is like, you're a gambling man. I like that. Hey, yo, Cole, does that work out for you? Cole says, yeah, it does. And he does the boom. And then they just set off and they go off to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Mandy Rose and DeVille was in the ring. And then we get in for a tag team match. I'm like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, shit. This might be a downer of the show. And I just see Carmella chilling on the ground. I'm like, why is she down? And I just see Bianca Belair beating the shit out of Carmella's tag team partner. I forgot who was the partner. I think it was Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke, right? She beating the shit out of Dana Brooke. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm like, my girl EST, she beat the shit out of Flex appealing herself in Dana Brooke. She took Carmella and chucked her over the barricade. By the way, the crates rather. By the way, they have Renee Young on commentary. I swear to God, she was playing the heel role, and she low-key did good. She was low-key annoying. Like, in a good way, right? Like, she was sitting there like, oh my god, these NXT guys. Like, this is SmackDown. I'm just like, I can't believe she's playing a heel. In my head, I'm like, didn't Renee start it in NXT a little bit? I mean, I don't know. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Bianca Belair beating the shit. And then I just hear, this is my brutality! And I was like, oh, this show cannot get any better, can it? You had Rhea Ripley and Tegan Nox come out, and they're like, it looks like you don't have an opponent. You do now. And then they came down to the ring. They beat the shit out of Fire and Desire. Tegan Nox able to counter and toss DeVille into the announcer's table, which, by the way, DeVille just kicked DeVille's foot, able to catch the mush of Renee Young, and she got frustrated about it later on in the commentary, so that was a nice touch. I liked it. And in the end, a standing cloverleaf by Rhea Ripley on the Mandy Rose, able to make her tap out, and that was it. Domination. You gotta love it. And then we come back from break. Triple H and Shawn Michaels go to ringside, and then when Stephanie McMahon's music hit, I immediately just went, damn, this show was perfect. And then you play her song and she comes out. I'm like, oh my god, I hate this already. It was a downer for me. I'm sorry, but she came out only just to bring up about the Lacey and Natalya match. So Awesome. That was it. Just rewatching what happened at Crown Jewel. And then we got to the main event. Daniel Bryan came out. Adam Cole came out. Oh my god! Just hearing the whole crowd chant "Adam Cole, baby," and boom, that was just awesome. And then the match. Oh my god! I'm not gonna speak about the match because I won't do it justice. I'm sorry. I just won't. I just can't. I can't. So you had times where I'm thinking, oh my god, they're gonna give Daniel Bryan the NXT title. Daniel Bryan will be the first guy to not be a part of the NXT brand to win the NXT title. That's some crazy shit, right? So at times I thought Cole was gonna retain, and I thought Bryan was gonna win. At the end of the day, Daniel Bryan had him in the label lock. Cole able to get to the ropes. He got his other arm and bend it backwards. I'm like, okay, you're tapping this time. He didn't tap. He got the ropes with his legs. I'm like, this man, this is awesome. This is a match. This is shit we need to see. Okay, close a show with a hot ass match. That's it. Come on now. So you had Cole down for the moment. You have Bryan in the corner going for that, setting up for the running knee. He runs towards Cole, and then Cole caught him with a super kick. And then they made a reference to Shawn Michaels there, which I appreciate. And then you had Adam Cole go to the second rope. Panama City Sunrise. 1, 2, 3. I popped when he hit that move on the Bryan. Hit the Panama City Sunrise. And then hit him with the last shot. Retain the NXT title. That's how you end a fucking show. Yeah, Triple H come out. You know, have the NXT roster, some of their NXT roster members come out. They're celebrating in the ring, saying that this is NXT, that we're going to bring the fight. This is our first shot. We shot the first shot. What are you going to do about it? SmackDown and Raw. And then he drops the mic when he says, remember one thing. We are NXT. And they play the NXT theme song. And then the show went off the air with Cole, Triple H, and Baszler standing tall. I just had to review the show because, again, this show was awesome. You can't tell me this show sucked. You just can't. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, man, this show's not going to be... in my mind, I was thinking, oh, fuck. The ratings are going to be down. I know it. I can tell. The ratings are not going to be high on this week's episode. But... It's not gonna deny the fact that I enjoyed the fuck out of this. I did. So I don't know what else is for me to talk about this week. I'm really tired at this point. I don't know what else is for me to discuss. A friend of mine asked me a question. Yo, how is Monday Night Raw gonna follow this up? I don't know, and honestly, I don't want to say I don't care. I don't know how to respond to that question, because I want to say maybe the most I can say is I hope they do. I hope that they find a way to come back to this, because now I feel like, okay, now they have to have they need to have other NXT stars on Raw. They can't have the same guys on SmackDown on SmackDown show up on Raw. I don't really want to see Baszler on Raw this coming week. I really don't. I feel that's a bit overkill for me. Even though, it's Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT. Or maybe it's Raw and SmackDown versus NXT. I don't know. But all I can say is, I don't know how Raw's going to follow this up. I feel like Raw's not going to follow this up. I feel like Raw is not going to live up to our expectations on how this show is going to be booked and whatnot. I just feel like it's not going to live up. And hopefully, maybe next episode of SmackDown, they actually do something. And I don't know. They just don't blow it. That's all I ask for. Don't blow it. You have no choice, man. You have no choice. Please, Jesus Christ. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Please, Jesus. That's all I ask for. Anyways. What else can I talk about, man? There's nothing much for me to speak on. I really don't know. Everything else, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I'm gonna end it off with about WWE 2K20. Well, what can I say about this, man? Now, to those people that want to tell me I should be positive or be grateful that I have the game, or I should be doing this, I should be doing that, how can I be positive about something when the game is not giving me positive vibes? Okay? How am I going to sit here and enjoy a video game that doesn't make me want to play it as often? Normally, within the past couple of years, in the past couple of years, in the past couple of years, I honestly don't remember myself not playing a video game for a lot of hours. 2K15, I stayed up many nights playing that game. 16, same. 17, same. 18, same. 19, same. 20's the first one. 20's the first one. Because normally I would be setting up Universe mode around that time. I'll be playing a match, I'll be recording vids here and there, and that's it, right? This year, I slacked off because this game is bad. This game is not worth your money. I'm sorry. The patch came in. Let me read you the patches, okay? Now, I'm sure, people watch Smack Talk's video about the patches. Let me tell you about the patches, okay? So, in the patches, they patched gameplay and controls, graphics and clipping, hair physics, hit detection and aiming, interactions with tables, ladders, steel steps, and other objects, referees' actions, on-screen button prompts, character warping or moving unnaturally around the arena, crashing and freezing, image downloads, entrances and attires, universe mode editing and saving, custom and creative superstar and creation modes, commentary and sound effects, online stability, matchmaking, desyncs, and lag. That was it. Okay? That was it. There's still a lot of things that they need to fix. There's still a lot of things. They still have a lot of things to fix. There's no way I can sit here and be satisfied yet. Now I understand. I'm not dumb. Okay? I knew that they were not going to automatically have everything ready to go in the first patch. I knew that they're not going to fix everything in the first patch. I knew that it's going to take at least 2 more patches to fix this game entirely to last for a whole year. Because I checked out some other things that I didn't take into consideration of checking out. Where people were like, oh, victory scenes and elimination chambers are not even there. I'm like, huh? So I played the whole elimination chamber match, went to the end, and then Hulk Hogan wins the match, and then black screen. I'm like, if they don't fix this, this will be the first video game I will not be using the elimination chamber. Seriously. It will be the first video game in WWE Games history on my channel that I will not be using the elimination chamber, which I'm actually might have to use a different pay-per-view this time. I gotta find a way to counter this, because if they don't fix that situation, there's no point in me playing elimination chamber, and I'm gonna have to wait until next year to do so. So there's that. They gotta fix that. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed. If they could just ask someone, I wish that they could go to a big content creator or someone with a big name that's noticeable from the fans of the game of WWE games. I wish there's someone like a spokesperson for us that could just tell them, yo fam, all of this shit need to be fixed, and they'll actually listen and try to fix it, right? But sadly, there's nobody there. I'm not counting the YouTube guys, because again, they were just there to play for content, and that was it. They have no input on how the game should be, and whatnot. They don't. They don't. CM Punk has gave them ideas for years, and they haven't took any of them. None. He's asked for GM mode, or at least fucking, you know, little things from GM mode to be in universe mode. At least nothing. He had asked for something to make the game fun. They've yet to done so. They've yet to do so, honestly. You know? Yeah, they added big head mode. Who the fuck cares? Oh, block. Who cares? If I want to see block figures, I will go play Minecraft or Roblox or whatever the fuck. So I'm just getting off with that. So there's that. And that's it. That's 7 Days Podcast, man. Nothing much this week. If there's any news, I'll just make a separate video about it. I have no problem doing it. So yeah. So if you guys can, please leave a thumbs up on your boy on this video today. Please do so. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for listening to the 7 Days Podcast. Yes, I am positive this time. I wasn't negative. You know, because a lot of people don't like negativity nowadays, which the only negativity I don't like is like violence, pretty much. Everything else, well, I believe in freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? You know, I just don't like the fact that I could say something and then someone's going to come at me and be like, you're so negative, or be grateful. It's like, dude, I take my content seriously, you know? Like, for those that be like, oh, I don't know why you're bitching so much. It's like, well, you're not a content creator. If you were a content creator, you would understand my pain. You would understand the fact that I put in hours and hours, time of my day to entertain a lot of people, and I take my shit very seriously. I don't just sit here and play a game and then upload the video. No, it's more than that. I gotta record a lot of shit to put it together and then upload it. It's a lot more than just, you know, holding a controller, mashing buttons, and winning a simple match in about 5 minutes, and then that's it. That's your video. No, I have to do more than that. I have to sit there and record the intro of the show, and then I have to record matches. I have to record promos. I have to record backstage segments, and then figure out the scripts, or like how the people in the backstage segments and the promos, what they're gonna speak on, what are they gonna say, what are their topics, etc. I put in a lot of work, and this is all me. A lot of people out there, they have help. They have other people helping them. I'm not dissing them at all. I'm just saying, look, this is all me. This is all me. That I have to do all this shit by myself. Nobody else is doing what I'm doing at my level. Nobody. Everyone has help, some way, shape, or form. I'm doing all of this by myself. That's why I bitch and moan and complain about this fucking game, because I expected so much more, but they gave me so much less. That's my issues with 2K20. That's why I shit on anyone that tries to tell me otherwise. Honestly, I do. So yeah, even though I'm a fan of Grimm's Toy Show, but when I see him, you know, shitting on people that are bitching about it, right? It's like he doesn't understand. He doesn't put. It's like he puts efforts in some of his videos. I can see, right? His vlogs, his GTS wrestling, you know, real life GTS wrestling, not the figure one, which I like a lot more than the real life, but that's just me. But yeah, he puts a lot of effort in shit. I can tell and I can see it. But as far as gaming stuff goes, no. He just sits there, plays the game, uploads it, done. So he doesn't. If he does what I do, then he'll have a different tone. Okay, I understand that glitches at times are funny looking. Yeah, you know, you're gonna see. By the way, here's a little nugget for y'all for Hell in the Cell. You will see a little glitch in a World Championship match. Just saying. You're going to see a little glitch. In a World Championship Hell in the Cell match. You're going to see a glitch, but it wasn't too massive to where it fucking bugged out and the whole thing was fucked up. No, it was a little bit, and it was fine. So, I have no issues with that. So, yeah. Thank you guys again for listening to the 7 Days Podcast. If you guys can, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on social media. And I'll see you guys next time. If you're new, check out the channel for other content. And I'm out. Later.